You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
In a world filled with cigars, craft beer, comics, movies, and video games,
only two men are brave enough to search out all things nerdy.
It's the Cigar Nerds Podcast!
And welcome to Cigar Nerds Podcast. I'm your host, Smokin' Joe.
I'm Brad Jackson.
And since I'm the only one smoking, I'm smoking the Camacho 2025 Limited Edition. This guy sports a Mexican San Andreas wrapper over Honduran binder and a filler blend of Dominican and Honduran tobaccos.
There's been several Camachos that I've been a fan of, but that's kind of one brand, like
Camacho Man Randy Savage.
Now they should, actually, if they haven't already, come out with a Slim Jim cigar.
Or what was the other President Camacho Macho or whatever from Idiocracy?
Yes.
There's a lot of branding opportunities there.
Why don't we do that?
Because we don't have enough subscribers. No one wants to, brand market us.
That could all change with our direct marketing approach.
We need to get more famous. Then we'll get to go to famous YouTuber Rain J's and stuff. That'd be sweet.
Well, with your shooting paralysis, my
paralysis,
not paralysis. Jesus. Oh, that's it. My MC career is done.
Oh, paralysis analysis. I mean, there's a new line for your DJ
paralysis analysis. All
right. There you go. So anyway, speaking of branding, this week we're talking about Season 2 of Peacemaker. And if you need to fight off imps from another dimension, you should call in the Strike Force, strikeforceenergy.com. Use your promo code SCARNERDS for 20% off your order. They come in tiny little tin pouches. It's easier to, go through interdimensional gateways with them. You can stash them in your keister.
I mean, with all the different helmets, I'm sure there's a helmet with a hidden compartment.
It's my caffeine helmet. It's got a French press inside.
It's amazing.
Oh. So, yeah. Well, let's go find some peace.
Make peace, not war.
And welcome back. We're gonna get peaceful. We're gonna talk about a little bit of peace.
I mean, I will say that this season really kind of opened the doors for me, as far as Cena's acting abilities and that sort of thing. It was kind of interesting. Just
it's definitely different than Season 1.
Yeah, it went from just being a standard comedy to now you have, sort of your emotional moments and things, but then it's hey, the boys have been successful. What if Peacemaker
We gave him an R rating.
Yes.
I mean, like, season 1, yeah, it had some shocking things and violence, but we got a fucking orgy in episode 1. I mean, that was unexpected.
I mean, right off the rip, just, oh, okay, well, this is happening. I mean,
before we get into too many details,
I will say that I think I understand where James Gunn was going. I think that he's probably a real Steel Panther fan because not only did we get that song there toward the next to last episode, or maybe it was the final episode, but that
wasn't
whole...
like the themes, because the theme song from the first season, wasn't that a Steel Panther song?
I don't remember now.
Because the dance sequence from this one is like a different song. But yeah, it's like, I mean, James Gunn's been doing that ever since he Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, music is important for the storytelling, and even because I originally watched this week to week when it was coming out that way, and he would post on his Instagram basically like a playlist before the episode came out. Like, these are the songs that thematically are important for this episode, and as like a teaser, like, can you guess what's going to happen this episode based on these 3 or 4 songs?
I kind of like that, especially as much as I love music and stuff. But yeah, that first episode, if you remember the video, Party Like It's the End of the World, and Steel Panther had all those celebrities, and it was just straight debauchery, and I was like, I think I see where he was going with that.
And the thing too is the way he shot that, I didn't know if it was real or not. Because, episode 1, you get, Peacemaker is we ended season 1 with we saved the world from aliens, and he expects to be treated as a hero. And then he goes on, in addition, to join the Justice Gang. If you've watched the last, whatever, the new James Gunn Superman movie, that's kind of the new Justice League, which is like a corporate sponsored Justice League.
So that's kind of why I felt a little bit out of the loop then.
Yeah, because if you watch, which I didn't watch it in theaters, but it's on HBO Max now, so I watched the new Superman. They don't have the Justice League mentioned yet, but there's this other group of superheroes that is being financed by Max Lord. It's like an industrialist that's I'm gonna sponsor a superhero group, to do good in the size. So it's like Green Lantern, but it's not your traditional Hal Jordan Green Lantern. It's Guy something other. He's kind of the dick of the Lantern universe, played by Nathan Fillion, and Hawk Girl, and Mr. Terrific, who's basically a genius guy, builds a lot of tech and orbs and shit. So yeah, that's who he's auditioning to join in that kind of first, and then they just make fun of him the whole time because they don't realize the microphone, when they cut it off, it keeps broadcasting. And I love that joke that when he walks up to the interview, you see a girl dressed in a rabbit suit just run out crying, and then he's like, am I supposed to be hearing y'all talk? He's like, what do you say? He's like, yeah, he said I suck dick, and then y'all have been talking about popcorn in your asses or whatnot. And he's like, can you hear me now? Yeah? Can you hear me? He's like, fuck. God damn it. He just gets out there and he's like, how long has that been going on? He's like, oh, it's been going on the whole day. Like, damn it, why didn't anybody tell me? He's like, oh my God, how many times did I talk about that rabbit chick's freaking camel toe? At least 30 times. Yeah. No wonder she ran out crying.
Oh, yeah, that's why you don't, hire your security guys to do your, audio engineering, I suppose. But,
But then he goes and has a moment with Hardcore and tries to because apparently, which we don't get to see what happened until later, that he's like, the thing that happened on the party boat, and she's like, no, that was meaningless, nothing happened on the party boat. And he's after his disappointment of not getting treated like the hero he thinks he is, and then also the girl he's got a crush on telling him bro, it's never gonna happen, I was just drunk, he goes home and cracks open a bag of drugs that just says for special occasion,
worst day ever.
And starts getting high as shit, and then next thing it cuts to like there is just a huge fucking orgy going on, but he's the only one that's not naked. He's still like fully clothed. So like I'm like, is this actually happening, or is this just a really bad drug trip and he's like imagining all this? Until the age, like, because he's under surveillance, and they're like, send Economos to like, you're like, hey, go, we're detecting weird radiation from his house because he's opened his portal, and go investigate. And he like goes to the window, he's like, holy shit! And they're like, what? Something weird? If a bunch of people having sex is weird, then yeah. I was like, oh shit, this is really happening. Because this is the way he's shot. Like I said, he's like fully clothed. He's not participating in the orgy. He's just kind of high as shit while there's all these people like, going on all that. And I'm like, this has got to be just a weird drug trip. And then like, once the agents come up and peek in the window, like, holy shit, there's a ton of naked people in here. I'm like, oh damn, this is really, really happening.
It's one of those things where, he was too high to even be able to participate, and
maybe he likes being a little bit of a cuck. He's like, I want to orchestrate the orgy. I don't want to participate in the orgy. I want to be a good host.
That would only work if he had a chair on the wall, not a couch.
Oh. And then we also find out more about the Augie's interdimensional storage closet. Turns out it's not just his storage closet. Apparently, it's a intergalactic storage closet.
It's got plenty of room for activities.
Yeah. He's like, there's 99 doors to 99 other dimensions. He's like, I got 99 problems and a dimension ain't one.
I feel bad for you, son. Yeah, I can't wait till we start talking about some of the other dimensions. I was like, oh, I know what game that's from.
Oh yeah, that one. Or yeah, you got his neighbor in the dimensional hub. It's just like this weird alien dude that for some reason comes in and like incinerates a weird cat looking thing like every day.
It's probably like some kind of like rodent, we would attribute it as like a rat. And he's like, man, these freaking rats keep getting in my dimension. I'm going to bring them out here and incinerate it.
Yeah, it's just like, hey man, how's it going? And he's just like, nah. Yeah.
Or maybe that's, whoever that person is, like their version of purgatory. Like, this is your hell. You will have no other purpose than to walk through this door and incinerate this
every
creature.
day. You've got to burn your cat.
Yeah, and it's probably like, that was my best friend.
It's not even like, it's not like he's like grilling it either. It's not like, it's like it's like I'm going out back and grill this steak. It's like, nope, this is, I'm using the international or the intergalactic storage room to house my my fucking trash incinerator. Like he's like later on when they're in there and he's like, why don't you fuck off back in your dimension? He's like, well, he's like, who's that guy? He's like, he's just some asshole that like I say hi to every day and he just fucking ignores me. And I'm like, well, dude, you were like, in your whitey tighties. Like, I don't know if I'd want to like talk to my neighbor if I came out to like throw my garbage out and there he is in his whitey tighties walking his eagle. Be like, fucking weirdos in this neighborhood.
I mean, but typically people of that magnitude gravitate together. That doesn't happen by chance. There's a vibe.
He's like, I didn't put a pineapple on my alien door. Fuck off, dude.
Oh. But I do like the factors, like, Eagly, it's too damn cold for me to let you outside. Like, go play in the interdimension room.
Yeah.
Like, fly around here.
Go pee in the intergalactic closet. Oh. But yeah, like you said, this season I was like, holy fuck, John Cena can act. It's like, he's always been like a good like comedic dude, but he has some like dark emotional moments in this, and I'm like, oh shit, homeboy's not just like dumb action or dumb comedy dude. Like, he's actually got some acting range. Like, holy shit.
And secretly, like, we'll find out at some point it wasn't acting. Like, no, I'm going through some shit. This isn't acting. This is real fucking life right now.
And I don't know if you watch some of those like behind the scenes stuff at the end.
I kind of got confused by it a little bit because I didn't realize like every episode sort of had that, and because like the episode would wrap, credits would start rolling, and I'd be like, all right, well,
yeah, you hit the like play next episode button.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I didn't do that for an episode because I went to piss or something, and I was like, wait, did I miss something? I'm like trying to rewind, like did things end abruptly? What is this? And
no, it was like just about every episode there, or I don't even know, it was like every episode there would be like a little like tag at the end with kind of Gunn discussing some of like the making of stuff from like those episodes. And one of the things he said, he's like, I love taking like something that's just like a little throwaway thing in one project and making it like a huge thing in another project. So he's like, like in season 1 we just had like, Augie's got this interdimensional storage closet that he keeps his like gear and shit in. And then I made it like the center of this season. So if we get another season, the weird alien dude that burns a cat every day is going to be something huge in an upcoming story. That might be the little throwaway thing that becomes huge in the next.
Secretly, like that person's name is just Devastator or some shit, and it just devours galaxies. Like that little creature is like, and
what if
some multiverse somewhere? Like,
no, we'll get to it at when we get to that. But the supposedly abandoned planet that they're going to use as a prison. What if it's that guy's planet? He's like, fucking, he's just there, and all of a sudden, like, fucking alien dude shows up and be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing here? Because we never see what's inside his door. We just see him coming out burning cats. What if, like, that's how he gets out? It's like, hey, buddy, sorry I've been a dick to you.
Or it just turns into being a Chinese restaurant, and they're like, the rumors are true. Oh. But I think that was another good direction that I think Gunn did with this season too. Like, we had several, racial topics or, other, things that, oftentimes can be just agenda push and shoved down your throat. And like, I like the approach here to where it was interwoven in the story. It made sense. I'm like, I can get behind that. Fuck Nazis.
Yeah. The reveal that, because, all right, so while he's walking his eagle, if that's how you would refer to that, he finds a door that has Peacemaker helmets sitting out front, and it's like, huh. This is weird. Let me use my code, and like, oh shit, this opens up, and he finds a whole nother world where he's like, this world is like our world, but better. My dad's not a dick, and he's alive, and my brother's still alive, and everything's really cool here. And then you're like, it's a little bit too cool. And then the ultimate reveal is that it's like Earth X, which in the DC multiverse, that's the Earth where the Nazis won. And like,
I just love how hardcore it's like, hey, dude, you didn't notice, like, the copies of Mein Kampf, sitting on everybody's desk?
He's like, I didn't get muscles like this if I read.
Giant-ass mural of Hitler? Well, yeah, you know what?
That one's on me. I probably should have noticed that. She's like, you not notice Mein Kampf on everyone's desk? It's like, dude, I don't have biceps like this from reading. She's like, well, what about the giant Hitler mural? Yeah, I probably should have noticed that one. That one's on me. But yeah, going back and rewatching it, like, I was like, oh yeah, like, watching it week to week, I didn't really notice it, other than it's like, everything here is too clean, there's going to be something fucked up about this. But then you go back and you're like, oh yeah, there's no, like, people of color in any of any race, like, everybody's white.
Well, I mean,
like,
there was, but, it's like, you just see her running and this mass of people chasing after her. I'm like,
but yeah, before they, like, his buddies come to that Earth to try to, like, bring him back. Yeah, it's like the previous times when he's been visiting, it's like, oh yeah, everybody's white. Like, I didn't realize that until like the second time I watched it, and I'm like, knowing what was coming, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I probably should have noticed that.
It was a a great moment of, being aware of one's surrounding.
I should have noticed the Hitler mural.
If it's too good to be true, it is. You are in the wrong dimension. I think that was also a good tagline of, you can't just run and escape your problems.
You might end up on Nazi Earth.
I don't know. I just, some reason, Eagle-Lee, just such a badass character.
Yes. I love that, because if you saw the second Suicide Squad movie, Peacemaker's responsible for killing Rick Flag Jr., and now Rick Flag is in charge of Argus, Rick Flag Sr., so he's like, we're going to put surveillance on Peacemaker and wait for him to fuck up so I can finally, put him away, because right now he's, kind of pardoned for all previous crimes. But now that I know he killed my son, he's on my shit list. I'm gonna find him. So then he sends the team and all right, we don't really trust economists not to so we're just gonna spy on him when they go to a party. We'll team will sneak in there and search his house, but Eagly's there and fucking Eagly fucks some shit up.
Oh yeah,
I was
dude.
Hell yeah.
And then when you
eats
find
that
out,
one dude's eye and shit.
then you find out that, Eagle-Lee is the prime eagle.
But that, and fucking Tim Meadows is the kind of the team leader. He had a good because he kind of comes off as a bit of a dick to begin with, but by the end of it, he's like, yeah, Argus is fucked up. I'm gonna join y'all's team, but he's like, I've got bird blindness. He's like, what is that? Some kind of duck? He's like, dude, it's a fucking eagle. It's they're two different sizes. He's like, I got bird blindness. I'm like, what? And he's like, it's a real condition. It's my one weakness. I can't tell the difference between birds. He's like, but they're two different sizes. He's like, but to me, they're the same size. He's like, what about a hummingbird? Little tiny bird, needle nose, flies around on that. Yeah. And the only reason why I know they're a difference is because I read it. Otherwise, it looks the fucking same to me. And he's like, why didn't you tell me he had a superpowered duck? What the fuck are you talking about? Men are dead. I love the fucking back and forth between him and Economos. He's like, all right, you're fucking, I forgot what all the nicknames he had. He's like Titties and fucking Point Break, and everybody has a name, and then he's like fucking Economos is like, oh, that's some cool. You trying to be cool? I'm gonna call you Ginger Cool. And as a man who's married to a ginger, I've started using that just to annoy him. I'm like, what's up, Ginger Cool? And it's like, why the fuck do you keep calling me that? Because she hasn't watched any of this Peacemaker shit. I'm like, don't worry about it. That's your new nickname. You're Ginger Cool.
Totally gonna have her a t-shirt made.
Find a fucking Peacemaker Ginger Cool shirt.
I'm gonna make something. That's gonna be my. Oh, she's probably gonna listen to this.
She don't listen to us.
Good. Okay, then. That's a great Christmas gift idea.
Or she does, and it's months and months later, and then I get yelled at for something I said. You said whatever on the podcast. I'm like, dude, that was 6 episodes ago. I don't remember that shit. I barely remember what I say after. As soon as I turn off the mics, it's my fucking hard drive just bloop.
Format.
Yeah, it's I format my brain just like I format the memory card after I offload the video.
It's brilliant. Why didn't I think of that?
I can't. If I don't remember it, it can't be held against me.
It didn't mean anything. I was drunk.
How'd you like in the other dimension how it's the things that were just slightly off, the misspelled Cheerios or the band posters in his bedroom? Did you read those?
I didn't read the Cheerios stood out because he made a comment about them, but
I didn't notice it till the second time because I rewatched because like I said, it's been a couple weeks since I watched. I was rewatching a few of the episodes, and all the band posters in his bedroom, they're slightly off. Like there's a Def Leppard poster, but instead of pour some sugar on me, it says pour some honey on me. Like they're all like maybe off by like one word or one letter. It's like the Hanoi Rocks is like, you know, it's like spelled with an X or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's like just this little differences.
Something's not right here.
It's like when you buy like freaking
Knockoff generic.
like bootlegs at the fucking flea market. It's like, does Def Leppard have like 2 E's? It's not Def Leppard. Yeah, it's like the fucking Wish.com knockoff shit of a universe.
It's Temu.
Yeah.
It's what I imagine Temu being. I've yet to order anything from there.
Yeah, you could.
Like, I'm big into electronics, and I would never order anything electronic.
I've watched some YouTube videos where they've bought tactical gear off of Temu and tested them, and it's like literally, guy bought a bulletproof vest. It was literally just like cardboard. It was like there was no Kevlar in it at all. It was like we just put a book inside this plate carrier.
I just don't understand people that are like, well, it was too good of a deal to pass up, and it's like, man, nobody ever taught you that if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Or
it could look like the real thing. It sure as fuck ain't going to function like it. Or if it does, it's not going to function as long. It's definitely going to wear out a lot quicker. I mean, I did see some knockoff Winkler Tomahawks on eBay for like $100. I'm like, it's not going to be the same thing, but it'd look cool hanging on my wall. But I definitely wouldn't put it in my gear and like try to use it.
So, that would be me though. I would try to use it. I'd be like, okay, you know, I'm time to start breaking shit. Oh, the Tomahawk broke.
I mean, they're only $100. I'd like to maybe like buy 2, one to hang on the wall and one just to test to see how well the fucking knockoff Temu Winkler Tomahawk lasts.
Oh, man, speaking of Tomahawk, we need to start doing book reviews.
Yeah.
I would love to talk about Cry Havoc.
I'm 3/4 of the way. I'm like 350 in. So I got another I should finish it this week if I get some time. So maybe we'll instead of, I don't know if we could do a full hour, but maybe we'll do instead of a skip science and do a blow and smoke book review. Cuz yeah, that shit's pretty. I kind of want to listen to the cuz I've got the hardback, but once I'm done reading, I want to go back and listen to the audiobooks. I know in my head I'm not pronouncing any of that Vietnamese shit correctly. So I want to see what it actually what those words actually are. Cuz I know what I'm saying in my head is definitely the wrong pronunciation. Vietnamese is not one of my accents that I do.
But highly recommend. Oh yeah, you brought up Tomahawks. That's how we got on this topic. It's your fault.
But the action sequences in this season 2 have been good. Like because to back it up off Peacemaker for a second, Hardcourt, she lost her job and got blackballed because
no 3-letter agency's taking her.
Yeah, because at the end of season 1, Abadeo kind of puts all the information out, and Waller gets in trouble, and she kind of blames Hardcourt, and so she's been blackballed, and she's one of those people that's like, my entire identity is my career, and I can't do what I'm. It's not because I had to touch this once I got out of law enforcement. It's not PTSD, it's lack of PTSD, where it's like I'm so used to operating at a level where I'm constantly stressed out that now that I don't have like life-threatening shit to deal with, that I'm like, I fucking miss it, and I don't know how to like relax and be a normal person. And she's like, I gotta have violence to feel things. So she like goes to like random biker bars and starts talking shit till she gets into like gets the shit kicked out of her. But before she gets like fucking kicked in the face, like she was beating ass there for a minute. Like she could definitely like be like the next, like action star chick. I mean, she could definitely be like, Ana de Armas did a real good job of becoming the action chick in Ballerina. Fucking she could definitely pull it off being whatever Jennifer Holland. being like an action person now, because I mean those sequences of her like fighting were badass.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of characters in this episode that, I mean, not to diminish, Peacemaker's success or anything like that, but I mean, dude, several of them I think are big screen worthy.
Yeah, and a lot of the side characters got a lot more to do this. Like, I would say season 1 is very much a Peacemaker focused story, where this one is more of a Chris Smith story.
Yes,
it's more personal, but then the rest of the team get a lot. Hell, even Eagly has like a fucking story arc. I mean, because after he fucks up that whole TAC team, they bring in the Eagle Hunter, who and
was that an elephant gun that he was assembling or has in the case? Like Rachel was asking me, and I was like, I don't know. It's a big ass gun.
I don't even remember, but yeah, he's like fake Indian dude who's he's like I hunt eagles, and he's like he's the prime eagle. And
well, I love even before that, like when he's actually tracking Eagly, and he's like Tiki Marsala,
yeah,
the bits of, and I'm like, God, this is us every time we do a cigar review. Like, there's no way you can taste that.
Yeah, definitely stick around to the credits in all these episodes, because like every episode there's like a little like it's not even like part of the storyline really, but it's like a little just extra, and it's always like I'm sure it's like an alternative like improv take where they're just talking like weird shit. Like but that one, because he like at one point he's like, eagle poop, and he eats it. He's like, I'm tasting deli meats and potato chips. He's not far. But then, like you said, the after part of that episode, he's like, yeah, he gets like tiki masala, 3. Just keeps eating the bird shit, and it's like fucking. I was like, and the one where fucking Tim Meadows and Steve Agee is like sitting in the van. He's like, what? I don't know the plural of Pokemon, because when you were learning that stuff, I was having sex with 2 chicks. And he's like, really? What were their names? And he's like, and he just keeps rattling off like details. And he finally like, all right, I believe you. I was in Portland, Oregon. They were the Peppermint Twins.
Yeah, I think at that point is where I got confused. I was like, is this an outtake? Like I said, I'd walk to the restroom, and I'm like, came back, and it's Tiki Marsala, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, each episode has these like this weird like tacked on the bits that alternative takes or whatever, but some of them are freaking hilarious. Yeah, that one with him eating bird shit. But then like later on, he's like, Peacemaker has to flee his house, and he sets up the doorway in a hunting cabin, but the bird killer is like planning to take down. He's like, no, he must be the prime eagle. He controls all the other eagles, and you're like, this dude's fucking crazy. But then one scene goes to like literally like Eagly he shoots one bird, and it turns out to be the wrong eagle, and like Eagly summons like all these eagles, and he's like fucking turns into this like flaming like eagle symbol. It's like, oh shit, that dude wasn't crazy. Eagly is the prime eagle. And he just like fucking summons an army of eagles to like eat the dude. I'm like, okay, that's fucking cool.
Kind of like that little skit, like just the way like it's a fucking eagle, but you give it so much personality, like that little coyote or whatever like goes to steal that poisoned rat, and it's like, no, that's mine, I'm gonna stare you down and blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, now you're vomiting profusely and you're dead. Glad I didn't eat the rat.
Oh. But yeah, back to like talking about the action sequences this season. When he's in the alternate dimension, and the Sons of Liberty, which he at the time thinks they're a terrorist group, turns out they're actually the Resistance. But he doesn't know that at the time. But yeah, that whole like him like no suit, no weapons, like goes in there and like fucks shit up, and is like, hell yeah. He fucking pulls the John Wick, stabs the dude with the pencils.
Yes.
and then beats the other guy to death with a freaking copy machine.
Speaking of the action, like, dude, everything was great, and it was, later on in that episode, where the father and brother come out and they're fully suited and just murk, all the cops surrounding them and shit like that.
And yeah, Robert Patrick gets is like, "Come with me if you want to live." Or basically, it's like, "Hell yeah, the fucking Terminator line."
Like, there were so many like subtle nods to other franchises and films and stuff like that. I was just like,
in the kaiju battle, which,
yes,
that kaiju is in the Superman movie. So apparently, that dimension also has a kaiju problem.
I can see it. We're a little bit too soon to talk about the end segment, because
speaking of which, I watched the Splinter Cell animated series, and he has a dog in it, and his dog's named Kaiju.
That's an awesome name. And is it like a little tiny chihuahua?
No, it's like a German Shepherd.
That makes way too much sense.
The only weird thing about watching that was it's not...
it's not voice acted by...
No, it's not Michael. I'm so used to... Because Michael Ironside's been doing the voice of that forever. But it's Liv Schreiber, dude from first Scream movie. He voices... And it's like an older... what the hell's that dude's name? Is it Frank? The main guy from Splinter Cell. I'm gonna brain fart.
Oh,
but basically he's like an old retired guy, and he has to come out of retirement to like help a new agent that's gotten into some shit. but yeah, not hearing Michael Ironside's voice, it was just weird. But it was still pretty badass.
That's another one that I like. There's so much out there that. And I don't know. I feel kind of like an idiot now, like not realizing that Peacemaker had all these other tie-ins. That it's things I had questions on that probably were referenced elsewhere, and I'm like, I don't know where this reference is coming from.
Well,
I forget that now James Gunn is in the helm, and everything's going to have a tie-in somehow.
Yeah, and if you watch, because Gunn did Suicide Squad before he took over and became like the head of DC Studios. So they actually changed the ending of season 1 because remember at the end of season 1, he's making all those like
no, my brain formatted since then.
Oh, well, in season 1, he's making all these jokes about like, like, yeah, Aquaman fucks fish and whatnot. And at the end, once they kill the aliens, the Justice League actually shows up. But in Gunn's rebooted universe, there is no Justice League yet. There's only the Justice Gang that is in the new Superman movie. So at the start of this season 2, when it shows like
the Justice Gang,
what happened last season, they changed it. So instead of making fun of Aquaman, he's making jokes about Green Lantern, and it's the Justice Gang that shows up at the end. That he's like, y'all dicks relate, instead of the Justice League like it was in like season 1, because like it's the universe is shifted since Gunn took over.
The universe is shifted. We're doing all the damn interdimensional shit now. Like, we're gonna find out this season never even happened.
The season was a different Earth. Like the shit that happened last season was he's gonna pop out of a door in another like, what the fuck happened here? But
it'd be like, y'all watch this season, right? You should have fucking known that didn't happen. We've been trolled.
But to jump forward, eventually decides Hardcourt doesn't love him. He's like wanted by Argus. He's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go, because he accidentally killed his doppelganger from that other universe. So he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go live as him because I have a chance to be a hero in this world, and I don't think there's any redemption in my world, because he hasn't yet realized there's a giant Nazi mural in his office. But when the team goes to like we gotta go talk him into coming back, and they go to fucking Adrian, aka Vigilante's hideout, which is in his mom's basement. He's like, we'll open the door here, and he's like, why are there pallets of cocaine and money? It's like, well, I kill a lot of drug dealers. I just take their shit because I don't want that stuff getting
you hand it over to the cops, and the cops are corrupt.
Yeah, so I just store it all here. And he's like, you asked me for lunch money last week. You've got like billions of dollars in here. Yeah, but this is blood money. I can't spend that. But yeah, when the door kind of has like a kickback, and when it just blows like fucking cocaine, they wind up in the other universe and they're just like look like powdered donuts. They're just covered in cocaine. And then the drug dog starts hitting on Harcourt when she tries to go to the Bizarro World Argus.
It's like, if she tests clean, she's good. Okay, yeah, she's clean. It's on the exterior. It doesn't count.
Yeah. I thought it was dry shampoo. Turns out it was cocaine.
Honest mistake.
Yeah.
Anybody could have made it.
It happens. But that scene between the two of them in the interrogation room where, like, I was like, damn, this show got deep. I wasn't expecting this much, like, emotional stuff in a funny.
It was a great roller coaster. Yeah. I mean, we started out, with funny, just humorous, and like, I don't know. It was great because one of the things I don't like a lot of times about DC is it gets on the dark train and it just stays dark. Whereas this, you were in and out and everything was fluid. It made sense for the time. And then when you're like, man, this is getting deep, then, something off the rails would happen and it'd be like, okay, there's my comic relief.
I didn't watch it in theaters, but now that it's on streaming, I did watch the Superman, and I kind of was worried about Gunn's new universe of him, like, overcorrecting of, like, oh, DC's been too dark, and now I'm just going to make it goofy and funny.
Everything's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, which Superman kind of is. The new Superman's kind of a dork. But this, I'm like, oh no, he can kind of weave in and out of that. He's dark when he needs to be dark and funny when he needs to be funny. I'm like, so maybe the rest of the new DC universe won't be too bad. And the Superman, it was fun. It was definitely way more lighthearted than the last Supermans we got, but it was almost a little too lighthearted at times. Where I'm like, Superman's kind of a Boy Scout, but this dude's like fucking goofy.
So I'm assuming this is where the character that they end up, pulling out of jail to be able to track the portals and shit like that.
Yeah, because in that world, Lex Luthor basically, they don't know he's a bad guy yet, and he's like, oh, like, you're having a problem with metahumans, I've got a solution. Like, Superman basically stopped a civil war in another country, and they're like, you can't do that, that's against the law, you can't, like, he's like, I'm not representing America, I'm representing myself, and people were dying, so they end up arresting Superman. Well, Lex Luthor has this, like, basically an interdimensional portal, but it's not as good as the one Peacemaker has. It's kind of janky, and it starts, like, falling apart.
It's got a wobble.
Yeah. So he's using that as a prison to hold metahumans, and that's kind of where Rick Flag gets the idea of, like, we're going to take this Peacemaker portal, and we're going to find another universe that's empty, and I'm going to jail all the fucking metahumans on this, like, basically space Alcatraz. So it's like, it's a planet, they can grow food, they can, it's not like a hellscape, like, it should be nice. We're going to make this our inescapable prison. But before we get into that, because we're running low on time, so I definitely want to cover that when they're going through all the different worlds. When Vigilante finds Vigilante 2.0 and they realize, oh shit, we're in, like, Nazi Earth. When those two come in to, like, save everybody, I'm like, fucking Adrian's kind of a badass. I mean, they made him, like, autistic as fuck this season. I mean, he was kind of dumb last season. Like, oh no, he's just an autistic kid. This explains so much. Because he was, like, super autistic this season. But yeah, when they come in and start just fucking everybody up, I'm like, dude's badass. And I think that's why I have problems with the final episode. But before we get into that, yeah, once they finally capture the portal and you find out, all right, we're going to go in and we're exploring all these worlds in this multiverse. Fucking worlds, or some of those worlds were like bad at, like you said, what appears to be the Doom world.
Yes.
Where it's just there's like fucking giant skull spiders. They just open the door and they're like, nope, let's go shut this one back.
Opting out of that. But then like the world where you think it's, what did they refer to them as? Imps, I guess. Cause Peacemaker and his dad were talking about it, but I'm assuming that's what because he's like, yeah, remember when I come in the house, you're getting chased by like a bunch of these little like imps because you tried to go to their world and steal one of the giant candy canes. And it's like, you're like, oh, this is like fucking Candyland. And then all of a sudden those little creatures start coming out and they're like little piranha fuckers and eats like the one dude. And it's like they're all joking and like, it's funny, let's make fun of the other teammate guy. And then all of a sudden dude gets his face eaten off by an imp. They're trying to pull the other guy and the little imp's like, haha, I got a razor blade. You idiots, use a steel cable or something.
But that guy that they busted out of prison was one of Lex Luthor's tech guys that was running his portal machines that kind of fell apart.
Like there were certain things like that I was like, okay, like haven't seen the super, but I have a feeling this probably happened.
So a lot of those people that Rick brought in to run the machinery are people that worked for Lex in the Superman movie.
It all makes sense.
And I saw one theory online that it kind of has, now that I've watched again, it's kind of got some credence, because did you notice that Rick's personality kind of changes like halfway through?
Yes.
It's all about vengeance, and then it becomes like like all about this portal prison plan.
Yep.
And then even one point when Amelia goes to talk to him, she's like, hey, Rick. And he's like, what? And she's like, you told me to call you Rick. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. There's a fan theory that at some point Rick Flag, when he started fucking around with Lex Luthor, got replaced. That he's actually Clayface.
That makes sense, like it's got some substance.
Because I don't know if it's just like he got access to this thing and it's like he got obsessed with it, but yet it's almost like his personality changes at a certain point in the series, and I'm like, I wonder if we're gonna find out that that's not Rick Flag anymore. That's Lex is puppeteering this thing and got. But
that's the thing, like, when you start doing this interportal,
Or it's a Rick Flag from another dimension.
Literally, anything could be anything at any given, and it's just like, our whole thing, well, if you don't see a body, it never happened, and it's like, well, now you introduced all this intergalactic shit, so am I actually seeing what I think I'm seeing?
Yeah, is it another dimension Rick Flag, or is he been replaced by, like, a shapeshifter or whatnot?
Which, I mean, is great, from a directing perspective, because, you can always, keep your audience on their toes, with that regard. Or you could be like...
Because Lex already had a bunch of metahumans in his prison. So it's like, was Clayface around there somewhere? And he's like, hey, Clayface, I'll let you out if you work for me and pretend to be Rick Flag so I can kind of puppet him from prison. I mean,
I don't know.
Maybe bullshit, but it's a fan theory that I'm like, that might have some credence to it.
Maybe I've got a theory, but I think we need to talk about the last episode before I can get into that.
My problem with the last episode, because you get this whole sequence of them exploring these other worlds till they find the one that they assume is safe to be the prison thing, but a lot of agents are getting killed in that time, and Rick doesn't seem to care, but then what's her name? That's his right hand woman. She starts having doubts, and Tim Meadows' character starts having doubts, and they end up switching sides. But episode 7 had such great action stuff leading up to this, and then you get them coming and Amelia's like, I got a friend you should talk to. So I'm gearing up for a whole they're about to get together and go stop Argus. But then none of that shit happens. Yeah. They're we're going to take Vigilante's drug money and we're going to start our own independent contractor intelligence agency to be the alternative to Argus.
Well, I mean, dude, it's named Checkmate. They win.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I'm expecting some big final battle of Team Peacemaker versus Team Argus to shut down this whole prison thing, and it's nope, we're just going to start our own corporation to compete with Argus and try to keep them honest. And we're not going to have any action in this last fucking episode. I'm like, the fuck?
Well, I mean, you did get action when they, banished Peacemaker to that, fucking island of his own.
He's like, we need to test, see how it works on how it affects human DNA.
But I feel like that one is already filled with metahumans. Like,
Maybe.
all that growling and shit that...
You hear, kind of monsters in the distance. When they were there the first time, it's like, yeah, before we start using this as a prison, we need to test its effect on humans. So, and you're still on my shit list, so bye-bye. Or, I figure maybe we'll get a rescue sequence. No, it's nothing. Like, we start checkmate, fucking Amelia and Peacemaker start dating finally, and we get the flashback of what happened on the party bus as our party boat. He's like, oh, there's like one of these bands that I love is playing on, like, we should go to that concert. And then they end up like, she ends up kissing him, and then it gets awkward. She like runs away, and so this whole thing where he's like,
I'm catching feelings.
Did that mean anything? And finally he's like, you dumbass, it meant everything to me. And he's like, yay, like she actually likes me. And then like you think he's gonna have the happy ending, and then like Rick Flag's like, nope, you're going to space jail.
That, or that island. Like, I kept wanting, like, it's like, okay, like these little creatures like remind me of like gremlins or some shit. You got the Doom level. I'm like, this is a Jurassic Park world, and it's,
it's like we only scanned this one 100 yards of field. We didn't look any farther. They're like, oh, this is Jurassic World.
The trees are scary. We don't go near the trees.
We come back and Peacemaker's like riding a T-Rex. Like, I've tamed him. He is my new Eagly.
This is now Charlie.
Or instead of Eagly, when they finally find him again, he's got him a pet pterodactyl. This is Eagly 2.
Petrie.
This is Dactyly. Because I'm not very creative with my names. But yeah, the episode previous to that, there was so much great like action and stuff, and like, yeah, the final, I'm like, oh, Peacemaker Brothers is going to show up and like try to kill him in our world, or there's going to be this big showdown between Checkmate and Argus, and it's like, no, we get none of it. It was just kind of like oh, I got a friend you should talk to. Oh yeah, we're going to come up with a plan to take him down. No, we're just going to start our own company. I got a business proposition. Like, what the fuck? And Gunn has said there's like no plans for a season 3, that we'll find out what happens in future DC projects. But I'm like, if we're not getting a season 3, why did you leave it with such a fucking cliffhanger, you son of a bitch?
Because he's like, I need to leave myself plenty of outs for whatever future projects. Like, that's the only thing I'm like, I oftentimes get pressed for time. So, like, an 8-hour season, like, yeah. All right, yeah, I can burn through that in a couple of days, but then,
yeah, there's so many unanswered questions to not have a season 3. And it may just be Gunn, because he's kind of a troll anyway.
Yeah.
Gunn fucking with us. He's like, I'm just kidding. Y'all's getting a season 3. But it's like, or like Peacemaker the movie. But he's like, but yeah, it's like,
it'll be one of those things.
It's like, don't worry, we're going to find out what happens to Peacemaker, but it's going to be in a future DC project. There's no plans for a season 3 right now. I'm like, unless you're just fucking with us.
Well,
or it ends up being tied into like whatever the next Superman movie is. I think
probably is, and mark my words on this, whatever the next major Netflix or other streaming thing, he'll have a plan, and it'll be like, oh yeah, now you're going to shift your focus from this thing back over here to Peacemaker.
Because I think the whole like I forget what they called that planet. I think the whole like meta prison thing is going to tie in to like the next Superman movie, the Man of Tomorrow movie. That's kind of the next one on the docket. So maybe they're like, all right, we're going to go throw all these metahumans in space prison. And when they get there, Peacemaker's there. And he's like, I'm going to get you guys out of here. And they tie him into the next Superman movie or whatnot. But yeah, I was just like, or he's just fucking with us and there is a season 3 coming.
And it was crazy too, because even getting 2 post-credits, like nothing was answered or alluded to. No. Just like, what has happened?
Yeah, it just left us with like, fucking just nothing to wrap. I'm like, you motherfucker. You're like, oh yeah, no, this is this is it. We're not doing anything past
He
this
gave
season.
himself a very big sand box that he can play in. Jeez, words. Use them.
But yeah, it's like that's the only thing that said the fact that there wasn't much action and there was no big like climactic ending to that final episode. I'm like, you just leave it at fucking. This is the Empire Strikes Back of where it's like we're just gonna end it all on a down note, and like we're gonna give them the happy ending, and then we're gonna be like, "Fuck you, just kidding."
How long ago had Peacemaker come out?
It's been a couple weeks since the final episode.
Since the government shut down?
Maybe that's what happens. The
government
shuts
shut
down,
and
fucking they're like, well, I guess we're letting you out of we can't afford to keep you in the space prison now. That's how it wraps up.
That's it.
Or what about side tangent when she tries to first start her security company before they come up with this whole checkmate thing, which is a thing in the DC universe. She puts the ad in that like mercenary magazine, and some dude like she thinks he's like trying to hire her, and it's like obviously they think she's a prostitute.
It's like, so you're going to wear the hat for me, right? Like, and the silhouette, that is your silhouette? Yeah, I use my...
Ads, he thinks you're a hooker. What?
Flashback to the days of Craigslist.
But yeah, in that whole like feel good we're starting a new company sequence, they go back to the party boat, and it's the band that's been doing this season's theme song is like the headliner now. And it's like, totally did not know it was a dude singing that song. I totally thought, like, just hearing the song and the intro with the whole new like dance sequence, I'm like, oh, I thought that was a chick. And then I see the band, I'm like, nope, not a chick. Weird. That guy's got a really high voice.
I don't know. Fucking mad talent. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know? Better than my voice. I could sing, but you would send an eagle after me. Somebody peck a hole in his throat so he just whistles.
I like that not only is the orgy turned out to be real, but everybody was still like passed out in his house like the next he like comes in like making coffee, and there's like just a bunch of naked people, and they're like, that one guy's like, ooh, I want some of that, and he's just like, oh yeah, the coffee, yeah, sure, I'll make you some. He thought he was getting hit on.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a roller coaster of a season for sure.
Just the fucking running.
But I'm with you. I really like the fact that, you know, everybody had roles to play, and it wasn't just, you know, focused solely on a Peacemaker with, you know, fillable characters that you didn't give a shit about. Like, I felt like after the season wrapped up, like, you know, there's not really anybody that's just like, oh yeah, that's a filler, that's just a body.
Yeah. It's like, if you remember season 1, he was in the suit most of the time, and in this one he barely puts on the suit. So I'm like, yeah, this is like, he's grown as a person. He's like trying to be Chris and not just Peacemaker. And I was like, that's kind of cool. And then the
just looking for love in all the wrong places.
The running jokes of like the weird nicknames, and then the fucking vigilantes like, I know everything about spiders now. Come on, like, look up spider facts and like ask me questions, or bird facts. And he was like always wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you don't actually know shit about this.
Another one that I really liked is the fucking I don't know if it's the mom or the grandma. Like, before they go into the fucking room with all the drugs and the money, and it's like, oh, you're hardcore. I've heard lots about... No, it's hardcore. And, like, she starts going, like, in on, you know, all this sluttiness and you know, being a moral woman and everything. And I'm just like... Girlfriend? Well, you know, sometimes I gotta lie, you know? It's all about cover. Like...
Oh, yeah. And then you had... they brought back Judo Master, and... him working for Argus now, and it's like when Peacemaker tries to lock himself in the other universe, he follows them, and then once like the team gets there and they find out it's like, you know, Nazi world, he ends up saving Lee, and then they're like just kind of hanging out, like playing weird board games in this one. And it's like, he's actually turns out to be a halfway decent dude. And when they show up and he's like, yeah, you know, here y'all can have the interdimensional gate. Like these guys came in to like convince me to give it up to you guys. And you know, none of you shouldn't charge them with anything. This is all on me. And like they look at Judah Master's like, is this right? And he's like, yeah, that's how it happened. Like, so he could have fucked him right then, but he's like, actually a halfway decent dude for a violent little man who likes Cheetos.
Well, speaking of that,
bro's like always snacking.
I just need you to stop trying to fuck my heart in the ass, okay? Like, what a fucking great close. Oh.
Fucking when Peacemaker goes to jail and like Eagly's all depressed.
Yeah.
And like that too, when they're, because the whole time he's like, you know, fucking what's his name, Ginger Cool is like fighting with the damn bird the whole time, trying to act like he doesn't give a shit. And then like at the end he's like, you know, cleaning Eagly's claws, and Eagly actually gives him the hug,
little eagle hug,
and it's like, aw.
They bonded.
John does care about Eagly. And even Tim Meadows' character is like, he's fucking given actually like talking to Vigilante, like, you know, he's like, come on man, ask me anything about, yeah, he's like, all right, he's like actually playing along with it, asking him all the fucking weird questions, like, oh yeah, totally. And he's like, you can see he sees the answers, knows he's like full of shit, but he's like, oh yeah man, you totally got that right. He's like, it's like everybody kind of became friends, and then homeboy got thrown in the fucking monsterverse or whatever. We're gonna
it's just gonna be Star Wars. It's just gonna be Luke on an island.
It's fucking The Last Jedi all over again. They go to find him. He's like grown a beard and he's like on an island drinking blue titty milk. Peacemaker, we need you to come back. And he's just gone full fucking hermit. I'm surviving off alien titty milk. I still wanted to be like, turns out to be that one alien guy that keeps burning cats, or rats, or whatever the hell those alien things. Like it's his universe. And he's like, turns out he's a pretty cool guy. His name's Steve. Yeah. He's like,
this is Ernie.
And the Nazi universe Peacemaker, his like his personal clothes. He's like, why does everything I wear look like a Kardashian's couch? And they're like, what's a Kardashian? He's like, this is the best universe. There's no Kardashians here. And the fucking peace cycle. I was like, I think it's bad. I was like, I want a fucking peace cycle.
I can glue you some components to make you look like you have a peace cycle. Surprised we haven't seen one around Dragon Con.
It came out too late before it was too close to Dragon Con. There'll probably be one in the parade next year. Somebody will build a peace cycle for sure. But as we kind of wrap this up, the Camacho 2025 limited edition, we got a little dark chocolatey, some spice, and definitely a pepper hit. And I do like a peppery cigar. And then it also has a little bit of a dried fruit, leather, like a touch of that dark sweetness.
No tiki marsala though.
No.
I bet if you ate your poop, you would.
I taste chicken salad sandwich and hot wings. Lots of cigar.
This is amazing.
The fucking weird ass tracker. Oh, so before we wrap, you got a highlight, a favorite, Peacemaker moment
this season. Like it was one of those that, you know, throughout the duration, you know, kept you entertained because you didn't really know what to expect, or there was a lot of misdirection on, oh, well, shit. I thought that was a thing. Apparently that's not a thing. And now it's the fuck. Like,
yeah, she's end with like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But also, great soundtrack, and definitely not... There was a lot of music from bands that I weren't necessarily familiar with. Like, it's very easy to, like, put, like, the popular 80s hair metal in the soundtrack, but Gunn was going for some, like, deep cuts in this. So I was like, I expanded my musical knowledge in this season. But yeah, that's all we got for you this week. We'll be right back with some science.
Come listen to the 42 Cast. It's your ultimate answer to fandom, geekiness, and everything, and you can only find it on the ESO Network.
Yes, science!
And welcome back. It's time for some science.
Yeah, science. We're going to go through some, like, portals trying to discover science.
Yeah, we're going to the multiverse. Well, one scientific mystery has been solved.
The moon's not made of cheese?
No, it's made of cheese. It's pepper jack. So you heard of a little place called Chernobyl?
Yes.
Well, there's like a bunch of animals and shit that's like living in that radiation zone. Well, a company has been studying like basically like a pack of dogs that live in the whatever exclusionary zone. Company called Dogs of Chernobyl program.
Are they hot dogs? Because they're in the hot zone. Ha.
So yeah, veterinary medical director Jennifer Betts of Dogs of Chernobyl program, which is a nonprofit supporting communities experiencing long-term effects of nuclear disaster. Basically, they've been kind of capturing dogs and to study them and see, I guess, the radiation effects. And they've come across blue dogs that fur has turned blue. And they've been trying to figure out why these dogs have certainly changed colors.
And we're not talking like a blue healer or something like that. Like,
no, it's
they're like Sonic the Hedgehog blue.
Yeah, they are blue as fuck. And they had made several attempts to try to catch the dogs to study them, but these particular dogs are extremely fearful of people and need to be like basically tranquilized, darted to capture. And they've been so far unsuccessful in catching the particular dogs. But turns out they found a less radioactive reasoning for this sudden change in dog colors. Apparently they found a couple old porta-johns in the area where these dogs were spotted that had been chewed into. So basically these dogs have been swimming in blue porta-john water is why they're suddenly blue now. So all this time they're like, man, what's this weird radioactive thing that's changed? Why is the dogs changing color to blue? No, there's a bunch of asshole dogs that tore open a porta-john.
And jumped in the solution.
Yeah. So yeah, not nearly as wild as they yeah, it said we are suspecting that the substance from an old porta toilet is what is that was in the same location as the dogs. However, we've been unable to positively confirm our suspicions, but yeah, it's probably toilet water is why the dogs are all... these particular dogs have turned blue.
I mean, but that's the beauty of science, right? You got a hypothesis, now you got to put it through the scientific formula, and...
Yeah. Oh. So, from blue dogs to robot sneakers.
The fuck?
Nike has partners with robotics company to create world's first motor-powered footwear system.
Motor-powered footwear. Yeah. So, we're going to make folks even lazier.
Yeah. So, Project Amplify...
we'll use your feet so you don't have to.
Which is created with a robotics partner, Delphi, basically adds a push to every stride for everyday runners and walkers. So basically, I guess you take a step and then the shoe pushes you a little farther than your normal step would.
Okay, I got stairs coming up. Oh, crap! One push too far. Now I'm tumbling.
So basically, it has a small but powerful motor that connects a rechargeable cuff that wraps comfortably around your calf. The cuff links to a carbon plate inside the shoe. Together, they provide natural assistance with each step. Testing in the Nike Sport Research Lab with more than 400 athletes have taken over 2.4 million steps during the trial. And according to testers, the system makes uphill running feel like running on flat ground. And some even said it helped them go from like a 12-minute mile to a 10-minute mile with less effort.
Interesting. I don't know. Like,
make combat boots out of them so you can like.
I mean, I could see it
farther.
In that, but my thing is like from a sports application standpoint, right, where it's supposed to be all about the athletics, and then it's going to be like, oh. Well, like, I guess it still requires a certain level of fitness and dexterity and athleticism, but...
Yeah, basically it says it's a mechanical assist, like an extra set of calf muscles.
It's almost like a baseball player being like, yeah, I got this
natural stride
bat that's got a little plunger in it, so when it makes contact with the ball, it just gives it a little added push.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically they said you can walk more miles with less strain, but there still has to be some kind of physical input.
Does it do anything for my knees? That's all I care about.
Maybe. I mean, if it makes walking uphill feel like walking on a flat surface, yeah, I fucked up my knee this weekend too. I've been like hobbling around. I'm getting old, and this is what the embarrassing part is, because with my new job, I'm still kind of adjusting to a schedule, so I've not been able to go do martial arts for like a month. And I'm like, all right. I'm off weekends. I'll start going to the Saturday class. I went to the Saturday class for the first time in like a month and a half, and I blew out my knee. Not kicking, not grappling, not anything cool. I was literally jogging across the gym and stepped funny. I went to put a target back on the wall and run back to my spot in line and pulled my fucking knee, gently jogging across the gym floor. I'm like, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
I could at least like been like kicking somebody in the face when I pulled something. No, I was just jogging back from the.
When you're in barely 40 and you are in physical therapy twice a week and everybody in there's like 70s. Like, son, you're young. What's wrong with your knees? I got the arthritis.
Well, that's like I watched a documentary on because Travis Pastrana had like some knee replacement surgery, and part of his rehab is he was doing the water aerobics because it's actually I took a 1-day class in college, so we had to go it was like part of the, and it's actually surprisingly strenuous, but it's low impact.
Well, that's because it's all the resistance and everything. Like,
but yeah, he was like the youngest guy in the class. Like he was a bunch of like old people, and then Travis Pastrana in this pool. Well. And other robot technology. Remember, I'm pretty sure it was a G.I. Joe toy, the Bat.
I remember the Bat. Oh, well, wait,
like
that was the
I
Bat.
think that was their drone soldiers. Well, we've got a new possible fighter aircraft, Shield AI's X-Bat. So basically, China has kind of released a strategy if we ever did go to war. They're like, well, America has air superiority, but we've been working on all these long-range missiles. We're just going to blow up your planes before they can leave the ground, or we're going to blow up your runways and shit, so you can't
take off.
You can't take off. Well, they're like, cool, we don't need to take off. So yeah, Shield AI's XBAT is basically designed a new drone fighter aircraft that doesn't need runways. They basically launch vertically and do not need any kind of runway to take
Kind of like
flight.
one of these octo-drone things where it's just mainly rocket propelled, tilt the rockets down, gain your lift, and...
Yeah, so these aircraft, basically, they're a little bit... Basically, you can fit 3 of these in the space that you could fit, like, a regular conventional fighter craft now. So you can carry more of them on an aircraft carrier than you can regular jets, and then you don't need a runway. They basically just launch vertically.
Almost like a helipad or something.
Yeah,
or
like the old school bottle, like the little rocket, the old toy rockets we have, where you just hit a button and it launches straight up. And then basically you can set up these launch pads anywhere, and they're you can put them in rough terrain where we couldn't put regular air bases and runways. You can just basically set these launcher pods up anywhere.
Basically anywhere that a helicopter could land and operate, probably these guys could too.
Yeah, they can reach 50,000 feet and fly 2,000 miles and basically execute... they're autonomous, so they don't need... So even if, say, GPS is shut down, communications is shut down, these things can continue on mission without having to communicate or be guided. So they don't run off like things that are GPS guided fly on a...
They just rely on an AI, and eventually it'll start bombing us.
Yeah, pretty much. They say the AI can basically detect threats and adjust its flight in route to target. So it's not on a now conventional GPS guided munitions fly a pre-planned course, where this one can use onboard sensors to detect threats and move around them to get to wherever it needs to go without any kind of input from. But they still, once it detects a target or a threat, it will then basically ask permission from a controller to engage said target. So there's still a human safety that it won't attack without the human saying, yeah, go get that motherfucker. Or at least that's what they're telling us. But these should be combat ready by 2029.
I'm honestly shocked that there isn't already something like that.
They're probably, if this is what they're telling us they've got something 3 generations past this that's they're not telling us.
Well, if comms are down and my thoughts are, dude, if it's able to get to its destination, it doesn't need a safeguard.
Oh, I blew this thing up. Sorry, I forgot to ask permission. Skynet said it was cool.
But I'm completely autonomous. So you...
And in other space news, astronomers discover we've got a second moon now, or what they're calling a quasi moon.
Huh.
So basically, this near Earth new moon, they believe that it's been around for about 60-ish years, but it's just kind of small, so they didn't notice it. But why it's a quasi moon and not an actual moon is it's not orbiting the Earth; it's still orbiting the sun, but its orbit is very close to Earth's orbit around the sun. So it's kind of just trailing behind us in our circle of the sun. It's a little tag-along moon.
It's an asteroid, Joe.
That may or may not hit us at some point. Because it's this, when you look at the animation diagram of this, what they're calling 2025 PN7, they haven't given it a cool name yet, its orbit around the sun, there's spots where it actually crosses Earth's orbit. So sometimes it's farther out than us, and sometimes it's farther in than us. So there's a couple spots where we occupy the same same space. So hopefully we won't ever be occupying that same space at the same time, or we're kind of fucked. But
just a little quasi fucked.
yeah, or we get Armageddon 2.
Well, I mean, if it's made of cheese, it'll melt in the atmosphere. It's fine.
True enough.
We are the nachos. We'll just be covered in melted cheese.
It's raining cheese. Hallelujah.
Nacho man.
That's all I got for you this week. We'll be right back with some nerd news.
And now it's time for all things nerdy in nerd news.
And welcome to Nerd News.
Yeah, news.
All right, we got our Scream 7 trailer with Neve Campbell and Sidney Prescott battling a new Ghostface.
Or is it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, always the person behind the mask. But yeah, Paramount Pictures got our first trailer. So I'm glad to see that Neve Campbell is actually back. So I mean that's one series where it's almost like Halloween, right? Like you start taking away some of the original cast, and it's like all of a sudden it just doesn't quite work, I guess.
Yeah, I need to catch up on Scream. I love those series, and like I think the 5th one was the last one I watched, 4th or 5th one. So I might have even been the 4th one. So I don't think I've seen any of the ones with what's her name from Wednesday. So yeah, I think the last one I saw was maybe the 4th one, and it's like so I'm at least 2 movies behind. So I'm gonna have to catch up before this one comes out.
So our synopsis here is basically a new Ghostface killer emerges in the quiet town where Sydney built a new life, and her darkest fears are realized as her daughter becomes the next target. And determined to protect her family, Sydney must face the horrors of the past to put an end to the bloodshed once and for all. Almost like exactly like what we did with Halloween. So I don't know. I'm with you. Like I've always liked the Scream franchise, and I kind of feel like I've seen up to Scream 5, and I'm not sure about past that. So
yeah, I think I've watched the kill counts, but I don't think I've watched the actual movies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see where they're streaming and get caught up before this one comes out.
So yeah. I guess we'll also get the return of Courtney Cox, Mason Gooding, and Jasmine Brown. So yeah, I don't know. This will kind of a weird release date for me though. Like we were talking about this right before we started recording, and I think on our previous episode that October really wasn't stacked with new horror franchises or anything. So I'm kind of surprised to see this one, with a February 27th of 26 release date.
Yeah, February does not seem like to be the horror month that.
I mean, if you were doing like another, Valentine's Day or something like that, I could...
holiday themed horror. It's like, the Christmas horror movies and shit. But yeah, it's like February just seems like a random ass month.
We did get quite a bit of news regarding Stranger Things. One, we got our second trailer for the 5th and final season, but we also got some updates too on what this new season may entail.
And we also got a badass slowed down version of some Queen. I was
Yeah.
like, is that the fucking Highlander song? One of the Highlander songs?
But, that goes back to what we were saying, kind of with Peacemaker and stuff, too. Like, your soundtrack is so much, like... I remember going and watching an orchestra do The Nightmare Before Christmas. Like, there was so much music and stuff there that I didn't. You don't even realize is happening.
It's kind of become a thing too. It's like if you want to make a badass trailer, you're just gonna get a classic rock song and slow it down.
Yeah.
And also you want to like sync some gunshots to the drum beat. That's the secret to making a successful Hollywood trailer these days.
I just asked my AI. And in fact, when you can't find a co-host in the event I'm not here, you just got to have AI fill in.
I'm gonna figure out that Sora program and it's like program listen to these 266 episodes and I need a AI Brad.
I mean, your AI could be anything. You could be like, holy shit, this is what doing a podcast with a legitimate co-host is like? Fuck. No wonder I haven't gained any traction.
And this week's my co-host is Samuel L. Jackson.
Motherfucker. Getting back to Stranger Things, the Upside Down is no longer in the Upside Down. It's in the real world.
It's right side up now.
Basically,
and then we got a whole nother dimension. Now we're in the sideways instead of the upside down.
Yeah, like I don't know.
It should have been one of the Peacemaker doors that opens up and it's like fucking Hawking's.
So, I mean, you already said it. That rendition of "Who Wants to Live Forever" by Queen is just fucking amazing in the trailer. But I guess every Hawkins hero that we've known up to this point will be pushed to their limit. Vecna is back, stronger than ever, ready to bring his twisted world to ours.
It's been so long since season. I'm going to have to go back and marathon because the first episode comes out on Thanksgiving. So you got a month to marathon at least last season of Stranger Things to get ready for the new season.
But yeah, I mean, we get to see many Demogorgons tearing through soldiers trying to contain Hawkins. Lucas clings to a comatose Max as a Demodog.
Hopper rocking a shotgun looking like a dude from The Last of Us.
Yeah. And I don't know, you got, like you said, Eleven and Harper, doing something within the Upside Down while Joyce struggles to hold it together as she fears for Will. And
hope we get Stoner Pizza Guy. I liked him last season.
Everybody's just going to support Chips Ahoy. All of this is going to be, you guys have really great cookies. And
which I saw, the guy who plays Steve Harrington, officiated a friend of his wedding wearing the Scoops Ahoy outfit as for their wedding.
Oh, that's it. It was Scoops Ahoy. See, I'm already fucking up. I need to go back and rewatch it too. But they're just pissed as they're not getting any ice cream.
Yeah,
we're in this world where Scoops Ahoy doesn't exist, and it's what led this. Basically, the final shot of the trailer, Vinka looms over a burning military base surrounded by bodies as Will levitates helplessly toward him. And says, "William, you're going to help me one last time." So, I guess, Matt and Ross have said that this will tie together all the storylines that have been building since 2016, and every season would be like, should we talk about it? We go, no, let's wait, and finally we're like, well, we have to now.
Yeah, because the kids are in the damn near 30. We're fixing to have to do Stranger Things the college years because they're all too old to play high schoolers anymore.
So, Linda Hamilton will.
But it is kind of in the 80s. Because if you remember in the 80s, we had all these dudes in their mid-20s playing high schoolers in movies.
Yeah.
And now they're in their mid-20s playing high. So it's very 80s. It's definitely era appropriate.
Yeah, for sure. So, like you said earlier, first 4 episodes will release on November 26th, and the next 3 on December 25th, and a 2-hour finale on New Year's Eve. Said that the finale will also hit more than 350 theaters across the country, running through January 1st, giving this series a cinematic send-off.
So either our first or second January episode is going to be the Stranger Things episode, since we got to wait 3 months to wrap this fucking story up.
So they've also gone on to say that, as a warning to fans, in the season's early inception, like we sort of compared it to Goonies, that coming of age kind of,
I'm getting Red Dawn vibes now.
Yeah.
From this trailer.
So the Duffer Brothers are saying that this season will be brutal, violent, and the deaths will feel earned. Following the release, Matt and Ross teased how high the stakes will be in the show's last ride, and it sounds like fans should brace themselves for heartbreak. So, monsters are everywhere. The group is facing their biggest challenges yet. Mike Wheeler sums it up perfectly when he says their mission is to find Vecna and end this once and for all. So,
see who survives at the end.
I don't know. I'm curious to see, what.
I'm hoping because I forgot what season it is now, where they introduced the other powered girls, where like there was not just 11, there was like other experiments, and it's like then none of that has like popped back up. So I'm hoping at some point, like maybe 11 gets a team of other powered girls to help her out, because we know there's at least one more powered girl out there in the world that just kind of fucked off, and then we've never seen her again.
Yeah. So nobody's teased yet. They're trying to keep it lip for the suspense, I'm sure, on who's going to die, who maybe this nobody makes it out.
It's one of those like everyone dies at the end.
Yeah.
Jaw shows up and eats
so
him.
Just to say that it's violent, stakes higher than ever because you're hurting through the end. A lot more is on the table. They also reassured fans that any shocking moments or deaths won't just be for show. They'll feel earned and not just there for the shock value.
And I wonder what 80s song is they're gonna make come back super popular. Because last season it was that Running Up the Hill song that suddenly became hit the charts again. And Metallica, Master of Puppets. Those two were both had a second run because of Stranger Things. So I wonder what new song we're going to get this season. It's going to be the new standout kids discovering new music moment.
That I'm not sure of, I don't know, but I love when, stuff like that gets reimagined or remastered and that sort of thing. Like,
I remember when Ozzy did that song with Post Malone, and people were like, "Oh man, did you hear this new artist that Posty's working with, like Ozzy?" And I was like, "Fucking kids."
They just don't know. Well, you're showing your age. I'm showing my age now.
My knees are showing.
We like the barbecue, and you might be excited to know that King of the Hill gets a 2-season renewal on Hulu.
Which I watched that return of King of Hill, and it was a good show. I really enjoyed that new season of King of Hill, so I will definitely tune in to more seasons of that. Because I like seeing Hank having to deal with like modern
the modern
people.
era. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, kind of close to home on us. I mean, they did a whole episode making fun of fucking homebrewers and beer nerds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, we were those guys.
we did that.
I get these jokes.
So, basically, the revival is going to follow Hank and Peggy returning to a changed Arlen, Texas, after years of working his propane job in Saudi Arabia to earn his retirement nest egg, and the couple will reconnect with old friends, Del, Bill. Bobby is living his dream as the chef in Dallas and enjoying his 20s with former classmates Connie, Joseph, and Chan. And yeah,
they brought pretty much all the OG crew back to the in the series, at least some.
Yep. So, season 15 is set to premiere sometime in 2026, but we don't have exact dates yet. And to just kind of end on a little bit more of a feel-good note.
Good.
Remember PS1,
Yeah.
a.k.a. just PlayStation, and a little game that came out called Crash Bandicoot?
Yep.
All the jumping puzzles.
I remember Conquer Bad Fur Day.
That was such a great game, dude.
There's been a lot of
Do you
video
realize
game...
I spent $120 getting that fucking game for Nintendo 64 when I was on my retro game kick, and I was like,
It was
oh
a video
my
game
God.
for adults. It was great. But yeah, we're getting a animated Crash Bandicoot series, which, like I said, we talked earlier about the Splinter Cell. There's been a bunch. I mean, and there was like the Halo live action series. We're getting a lot of, game.
Well, I mean, I see, all the stuff with Sonic, and everything else on the big screen. Like, come on, give Crash, his chance. So.
Oh, we didn't talk about it during the main segment, but after that last episode of Peacemaker, there was a trailer, because Mortal Kombat has been famous for its downloadable characters, and we've gotten the Alien, Terminator, Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, all these guys has been downloadable characters in previous Mortal Kombats, but now Peacemaker's coming to MK1.
Yeah.
I watched a video, video of some of the fatalities. I think there's even like a friendship where you make them do the Peacemaker dance and shit. I was like, I've got to get a PS5 so I can play the new Mortal Kombat. I definitely want to download Peacemaker now because that shit looked funny as hell.
Like, I can remember, I think it was like MK9 or something that came out when you and I were living together, and, like
the fucking Jason and Freddy.
Yeah, like, I remember, like, us specifically buying that game just to get the add-on characters, and it's like, what are we doing? We have no clue how to play this. We're just fucking smashing buttons left and right. Like, it's just... Like, the people that can play those games strategically and have everything memorized, like, mad props, because I am not that guy.
Yeah, like, I'm not that autistic anymore. I can't memorize that shit like I used to. I got to have my, like, list of codes written down to look at them, because I cannot hold that stuff in my brain like I used to. But speaking of video game coming to live action and whatnot, one thing we've not talked about yet, guy you may know of, Taylor Sheridan, kind of responsible for a bunch of fucking TV shows, including Yellowstone, just announced his next project. He's doing a live action version of Call of Duty. Yeah, I did. I saw that article, and I don't know, like, there's a lot there to work with. I'm wondering, like, are they gonna, like, I mean, Call of Duty from our teenage years and stuff like that was very much World War I, World War II based, and then we got all the modern warfare, Call of Duty, Black Ops 1 through whatever they're up to now. So yeah, I'm not sure which era of the video game he's choosing to do. Just that he's writing and producing a Call of Duty live action movie. So we'll see as more news comes out. But right now, that's all we know is that he's doing it. But yeah, we don't have any kind of storyline yet. And with that, you can check us out on CigarNerdPodcast.com. We're also on the ESO Network at ESONetwork.com. We're on X, Instagram, and Facebook at Cigar Nerd Pod, and we got a YouTube channel. Go check that out at Cigar Nerd Podcast on the YouTubes. Get your energy at StrikeForceEnergy.com. Get your shirts at RealMenSmokeCigars.com. And don't forget to look around for Hitler murals to make sure you're not in the Nazi universe. And this has been a recording of the Cigar Nerd Podcast with your hosts, Smokin' Joe and Brad Jackson. Join us next time for more adventures in nerddom.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping at the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.